Hello everyone. In this video we will learn about energy and the different types of energy and how it is related to the states of matter. So first of all, there are three states of matter: definitive, indefinite, and intermolecular forces. So I will explain that. Definite is something, like we know about three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Definite is something that is the same. We need to understand the term definite means it is going to be the same throughout, constant, not changing. Indefinite means it can change, and intermolecular forces means forces between the atoms. For example, like international, between the nations. So if this is water, then the force that is holding the two water molecules together is called intermolecular force. So the force that holds these two molecules together is called intermolecular force. It is not the bond, okay? It is not a covalent bond or ionic bond if you know anything about those. It is a force that is holding the two different molecules together. And that is called intermolecular force, the force between the molecules. Now, where are we going to use the terms definite and indefinite? We know about solid, liquid, and gas. And solids have defined or definite volume, definite shape. What it means is that the particles in the solid are very packed together, okay? They don't move from place A to place B. The only thing they do is they vibrate. There is no space between them, and the molecules are holding each other very tightly. So when I say that molecules are holding each other very tightly, that means you see these two molecules, there is a space between them. There is no space, and this force that I was talking about, the intermolecular force, it is very strong because they're sitting very close together. So they're holding each other, holding hands, you can say, very strongly. So this is what the solid is. They have a definite volume, definite shape. Means like if it's a chair, it is going to take the space a chair can take. It will not fill the whole room. But if it's a little bit of a gas, then the gas can completely fill the room. A particle here and a particle there, they can just spread around and take all the space that is given. Whereas solid, it will just take the space it can maximum take. Liquids, they are loosely packed together, okay? They have a definite volume, like their volume doesn't change. What does that mean? That if you have a glass of water and you spill it into the classroom, this glass of water will not fill the complete room. It will only take the space a glass of water can take. So the amount of space that a liquid takes does not change. But yes, it can change the shape. You can put it into a bottle and into a beaker, into a funnel, into a pipette, whatever you want. So it has a fixed volume, a constant volume, but it can change its shape. The molecular forces are weaker than solid, but they're stronger than gases. So you can high intermolecular forces, or you can say strongest. We can use the word strongest intermolecular forces are in the solid, and then these are weaker than solid. Okay, these are weaker than solid, but they are stronger than gas. So it's in between kind of thing. Whereas gases have the weakest intermolecular forces. Why? Because molecules are far from each other. If one is here, one is there, so they are all over the place. So the force that holds them together, intermolecular, is the force that holds them together. So since they're too far from each other, the intermolecular force is very weak. These particles are not too far. They're comparatively closer. So they are a bit stronger, and they're very much tightly packed. So it is the strongest. So this is what you need to understand in the energy worksheet. That what is energy? Energy is kind of the force that is holding them together, and then what is definite, indefinite, and intermolecular forces. The other thing you also know about energy is the kinetic energy and the potential energy. So let's talk about energy. First of all, energy itself. How do you define energy? Energy means ability to do some work. Okay, Ability, it's very simple definition. Like if you have energy, you can work. If you don't have energy, you can't work. So it's ability to do work. There are different kinds of energy. We have kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy is related to the movement of particles, like how fast something is moving from point A to point B, how fast it can go. So the faster the object is moving, the stronger the kinetic energy is. More the not stronger, I should say, more the kinetic energy is. Whereas the potential energy is the energy of position. So if let's say you have your book or folder, it is sitting on the desk. If you pick it up, hold it up, you have converted your potential energy or used your energy to pick up the book. So that energy has been transferred to the book now. So the book is now kind of standing here in your hand. If you leave the book there, it is going to use that stored energy to come back to the desk. Okay, so potential energy is the stored energy. Okay, stored energy. Whereas kinetic energy is the energy of the movement. Kinetic energy is directly related to temperature. More the or higher the temperature is, stronger the kinetic energy is. So temperature is directly proportional to kinetic energy. Let me erase it. Temperature is directly related to kinetic energy. So if you increase the temperature, the kinetic energy increases. If you decrease the temperature, kinetic energy decreases. The other thing we want to talk about is law of conservation of energy. So energy can neither be created nor destroyed. You can transfer it from object A to object B, but you cannot lose it, you cannot gain it. As I just explained, that if you pick up your pencil, you transfer your energy into the pencil. And now if you leave the pencil will use the energy to come back or drop down into on the table or the floor. But so the energy can be transferred, but energy cannot be lost or gained, and that is called law of conservation of energy. Again, keep in mind, we need to define energy. We need to know what are the different kinds of energy, and how you can apply the knowledge of these, definitions of kinetic and potential energy. What is law of conservation of energy, and most importantly, how energy is directly related to temperature. Um, I will show this simulation in the class. Alright, that's about it, everybody. That's all in this video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.